Hi guys, a very good morning to all of you. And see again, I am here to teach you SST Standard 3. It's Standard 4 and it's lecture number 2, chapter 15. So we are talking about the Shivaji. It's a chapter Shivaji. So let's start. Now Shivaji, he was a very brave Maratha ruler and he was born at Sivneri near Pune in 1627. To Jijabai and Sahaji Bhonsle, and a very young age he learned horse riding and the art of welfare. Then after the Shivaji, he wanted to build a Maratha kingdom, so he just started to gather a group of young men and formed his own army. And then after he just started to attack with his army, and he just started to attack suddenly attack on the enemy, and then he just quickly hide in the forest, in the jungle, or hills. Then after in this way he just able to occupy a lots of number of fort is like a building which protect themselves, protect, and it is an area which protect from attack. So it was built, like fort was built to protect a kingdom from its enemy. So it was always, the fort was built on a hilltop or on a high ground, so that one could have a good view, anyone could have a very good view of the surrounding area, and easily they can see enemy if they can come or from a distance, and then he can ready for the fight. Then after, during 1645 to 47 CE, he took under his control the fort of Tona and Purandar from the Bajpur army. Then after, using these treasures he found in these fort, he built a new fort of Raigarh. Another notable fort he constructed was the Sindhudurg fort. So you can see that in picture it is also there. So after that he started to found some these type of forts, and then after he built a new forts at Raigarh. And then after another notable, he started to constructed building, that was the Sindhudurg fort. Then in 1659 CE, the ruler of Bajpur sent a large army under Afzal Khan to defeat Shivaji. Then after in 1569, because he captured the Bajpur army, so the ruler of the Bajpur, he just make a friendship with Afzal Khan, and then after he sent a large army under the Afzal Khan to to kill the Shivaji. Then Shivaji killed Afzal Khan with a weapon which had sharp iron nails. Then after, when he just sent Bajpur and under the Afzal Khan, he sent a large army to defeat the Shivaji. But Shivaji, its opposite, Shivaji killed the Afzal Khan with a very hard, sharp iron nails weapons. And then Shivaji soldiers then defeated the Bajpur army easily. And then after, the Shivaji army, small group of armies, they can defeated the Bajpur army easily, a large army which was sent by the Bajpur ruler. Then Shivaji and Aurangzeb, its story, and it's also history part. So let's start. During this period, Aurangzeb, the Mughal emperor, was trying to conquer the South India. Then during this period, when Shivaji is there, then Aurangzeb, he was the Mughal emperor. He also wants to trying to under his control the South India. Then he realized that he would have to defeat Shivaji if he wanted to control the south, because before that Shivaji he took his under his control. So the Aurangzeb, Mughal emperor, he realized that before took the control of south, first of all we have to defeat the Shivaji, and then after we can take the control to control the south. So in 1663 CE, he sent Shaista Khan, one of his generals, to capture Shivaji. Then after he just started to trying to do some hard work. Then Aurangzeb he sent in 1663 CE he sent the Shaista Khan. He's one of a great his generals. He just sent to Shaista Khan to capture the Shivaji. Then Shivaji defeated Shaista Khan and killed his son. Then when the Aurangzeb he just told to him to go and captured him to took into my rule. Then the Shivaji he just defeated. He killed Shaista Khan and he killed his son also. Aurangzeb was very angry at this attack and he sent Jai Singh, one of his Rajput generals, to defeat Shivaji. And Aurangzeb, we know that he is Mughal ruler and he was very angry after this attack that Shivaji defeated the Shaista Khan and his son, he killed his son. Then he sent the Jai Singh, one of his Rajput generals, means Jai Singh is also Rajput. Then he sent the Rajput to defeat it to kill the Shivaji. Then this time Shivaji was captured and he had assigned a treaty with the Mughals. Then when the Jai Singh he just sent the Aurangzeb sent the Jai Singh to defeat it, but in this time the Shivaji captured, and then after he had assigned a treaty, means like an agreement of countries or kingdoms. So he just give a sign to treaty like the agreement with the Mughals. Shivaji gave up some of his fort to the Mughals and agreed to Aurangzeb at Agra. So after his agreement, Shivaji decided, and Shivaji give some of his forts to the Mughal and agreed to meet the Aurangzeb at Agra. Then when Shivaji came to Agra, Aurangzeb insulted him, his court, and impressed him and his son Sambhaji in the Agra fort. Then when the Shivaji he came to Agra, the Aurangzeb he just insulted him, he just talked him very rudely in his court, and then he just gave him punishment and his son Sambhaji punishment in the Agra fort. Then Shivaji was very upset at Aurangzeb's behavior. He cleverly managed to escape from Agra fort. So in his behavior, Shivaji became very upset to the Aurangzeb behaviors. Then with his cleverly, he managed to go out from the Agra fort. Then did you know, we can see here, when Shivaji was made a prisoner at the Agra fort, he thought of a clever plan to escape. Then when the Aurangzeb he just told to Shivaji that to keep in jail, and Shivaji was made to jail at the Agra fort. Then he just thought some clever plan in his mind. Then he started sending buckets of fruit to the Brahmins of Agra every day. So he started to sending the buckets of fruits, you can see that in picture, so to the Brahmins of Agra every day. Then the guards would check each and every basket in the beginning, but as this happened every day, they become careless and stop checking all the baskets carefully. So in the beginning, the Shivaji just sent the fruits in the baskets, and then after this happens regularly, then their army, they becomes like their guards of Agra, they becomes very careless and they stopped checking all the baskets carefully. Then one day Shivaji and Sambhaji hid in the basket and escaped from the Agra fort. And then after the one day when the guards they are not checking carefully, then the Shivaji and his son they hide in the baskets of fruit of basket, and they escaped from the Agra fort. Then soon Shivaji became capture forts in the Deccan again. He became the king of the Marathas in 1674 CE and took the title of Chhatrapati. Then after soon when he just escaped from the Agra fort, he again being to capture the forts in the Deccan again. And then after he became the king of Marathas in 1676 and he took the title of Chhatrapati Shivaji. You can heard like Chhatrapati Shivaji. And then his capital was Raigad and his capital was Raigad. Shivaji was a great soldier and a brave and successful ruler. So after this, his story from starting till last, we know that he was a very great soldier and very brave and successful ruler. He was able to challenge the powerful Mughals and remained at independent ruler. And we can see that his cleverness, due to this, he was able to challenge the Mughal rulers and some powerful rulers. And he just remained an independent ruler, and then after he died in 1680 CE. Then his story has finished. I hope you guys have understood the chapter and it's interesting. I hope that you enjoyed this chapter. So the homework I will upload on the website. You can go there and you can check your homework. Till that, take care of yourself. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.